Hello and welcome to the next video of our channel Practical Hope. In this video we are going to discuss interpolation by Newton's forward and backward difference formula. First, what is interpolation? It is a type of estimation or a method to find new approximate data points from a set of known data points. Say we have two variables x independent and y dependent such that y is equals to fx and the form of function f is not known. We just have the values of the function at different values of x. The method of finding the value of y at any value of x such that the value of x lies between these tabulated points x1 to x6 is called interpolation. The method of finding the value of y at any value of x less than x1 or greater than x6 is called extrapolation. Next, methods for interpolation. For equally spaced tabulated points, we have these formulas: Newton's, Gauss, Stirling's, and there are a few more. For unequally spaced tabulated points, we have Lagrangian interpolation and Newton's divided difference formula. In this video, we are going to discuss the Newton's formula, and in the Newton's formula, we are going to discuss two methods. One, forward difference. Second, backward difference. Before discussing the forward difference interpolation formula, we first need to evaluate the forward difference table. Suppose these are the tabulated points, that is the values of y at different values of x. First we calculate delta y. Delta y1 is equal to y2 minus y1. Similarly, we can calculate delta y2, delta y3, delta y4 and delta y5. Once we have all the values of delta y, we can calculate delta 2y. Similarly, we can calculate delta 3y, delta 4y and delta 5y. Since the number of tabulated points are 6, we just need to go till delta 5y, 1 less than the number of tabulated points. So, Newton's forward difference interpolation. yi is the value that we want to interpolate at x equal to xi. Suppose xi lies between xk and xk plus 1. Let the step size is h, that is x2 minus x1 or x3 minus x2. The values of x are equally spaced. Then we calculate u equal to xi minus xk divided by h. Now we are not going into the details of the theory. We are just discussing the main points and then we'll switch over to the main program. Basically, we are going to find a polynomial that will be equivalent to the function fx. We have n plus 1 tabulated points, so we are going to find a polynomial of order n, and whatever the tabulated points we have, they should pass through the nth order polynomial. So if we do that, then we get an expression like this. We can calculate the value of yi at any value xi using the forward difference interpolation. These values of yk, delta yk, delta 2yk will get from the forward difference table. Say we are taking these points, that is the trigonometric function sin x. As we discussed earlier, we can calculate delta y, then we need to calculate delta 2y, delta 3y, delta 4y, delta 5y and finally delta 6y. Once we have these values of the forward difference table, then we can calculate step size, 15 in the present case. Then this is the value of x at which we are going to find the value of y. So xi is 16. Now xi lies between 15 and 30. So the value of xk is 15, lower limit. We can calculate u, xi minus xk by h. Then using this formula, we can calculate the value of yi. The value of yk here is 0.26, delta yk is 0.24, delta 2yk is minus 0.03 and so on. So if you put all these values and u in this expression, we get the value of yi 0.276. So this is the value of y at x equal to 16. Next, Newton's backward interpolation formula. Before that, we need to calculate the backward difference table. This symbol, this is a reverse of delta actually, and it is also called nabla. So nabla y we calculate using these formulas. Then we can calculate nabla 2y, nabla 3y, nabla 4y, and finally nabla 5y using these formulas. So this is the backward difference table. Once we have the backward difference table, we can easily calculate the interpolated value using Newton's backward difference formula. Say yi is the value that we want to interpolate at x equals to xi. Xi lies between xk minus 1 to xk. Let step size is x2 minus x1. We can calculate u using this formula. Now we can calculate the value of yi using this formula. These values of yk, nabla yk, nabla 2yk will get from the backward difference table, and u we have already calculated here. So in this way we can find out the value of yi. Let's take an example. So here we have calculated nabla y, nabla 2y, nabla 3y, 4y, 5y, and nabla 6y. So this is step size h. Then xi 70 we are going to interpolate at x equals to 70. 70 lies between 60 and 75, so xk is 75. We can calculate u. Then this is the formula that we need to use, and these are the values that we have to use in the formula. So yk is 0.97, nabla yk is 0.1, nabla 2yk is minus 0.06, and so on. So finally we can calculate the value of y equal to 0.9429. We use Newton's forward difference formula when the value to be interpolated lie in the upper half of the difference table, and when the value to be interpolated lie in the lower half of the difference table, that is towards the end, then we need to use backward difference formula. Let's move on to the programming part now. First, give it a suitable heading: Newton's forward interpolation formula. Now if we use these double slash, then this statement will not be executed. It will be just a comment. Then CLC is to clear the console, clear is to clear the variables of the workspace. First we need to define the values of the two variables x and y. We are taking trigonometric function sin x, so these are the values of sin x at different values of x. So let's copy them and paste here. So these are the tabulated points. First we need to calculate the number of elements, number of x or y values. We use n equal to length, length of x or y, because the size of both x and y should be same. Then we need to calculate the step size, that is the difference between the two consecutive x values. So h is the step size equal to x2 minus x1. If we write this 2 in the bracket, then this 2 is basically the index of the second element of x vector, that is 15, and x1 will be 0. The values of the difference table will be column wise, but this data that we are using, x and y, are row wise. So basically we need to have these values of x and y column wise. First we need to calculate forward difference table, and say first column of t is x, so it is equal to x prime, because x is a row vector, and if we take the transpose of it, we'll get the first column of the forward difference table. We are going to first calculate the complete difference table displayed, and then from that table we are going to calculate the interpolated value. So to find the difference table, let's make a for loop. For I equal to 0 to n minus 1. I is the dummy variable. Before moving further, let's discuss a command diff, diff. Say we have any vector a equal to 1 space 3 space 7 space 12. Say we have these 4 elements. Let's write them column wise. So take a transpose. Okay, so these are the values of A. Now if we calculate DIFF bracket A comma 1, so let's see what we'll get. 2, 4, 5, that is 3 minus 1, 2, 7 minus 3, 4, and finally 12 minus 7, 5. So we are getting delta y. Similarly, if we write 2, then 4 minus 2 is 2 and 5 minus 4 is 1, we get delta 2y. In this way, if we keep increasing this, then we can get the higher and higher orders of delta y. We can calculate the different columns of the difference table using this. Now suppose if I write DIFF A comma 0, then I am getting the original A vector. So let's clear it and move to the synods window. Now we can calculate the forward difference table. So T bracket, number of rows will vary from 1 till n minus I. When I is 0 means number of rows will be 1 to n. So we'll get all the rows. Because for I equals to 0, we are going to get the values of y. For I equal to 1, then we are going to get the value of delta y. Then this n minus I will be n minus 1. So for delta y, the number of rows will be 1 less than the number of rows for y. For I equal to 2, the number of rows will be 2 less than the number of rows of y. So we are going to get the values of delta 2y and so on. Then we have to write the number of columns. You can see from the forward difference table that we need to go till delta 6y. Since we have considered 7 points, the number of columns in the forward difference table are 8, including the values of x and y. So write I plus 2. It is because I will start from 0. I plus 2 means it will start from 2. First column will have the values of x that we have already done. T equals to x prime. So we need to put the values of y, delta y into difference table matrix capital T equal to DIFF bracket y prime, since y is a row vector and we have to take everything column wise, comma I. So for I is equals to 0, we are going to get y. For I is equals to 1, we are going to get delta y. For I equals to 2, we are going to get delta 2y and so on. So in this way we are going to get the forward difference table. Display, write title forward difference table. Then we can display x, y. Then we can display the difference table, DISP capital T. Now let's execute. We need to first save it. So interpolation forward, we can save it, and now if you go to the console window, you can see forward difference table. First two columns are the values of x and y, and then delta y, then delta 2y, then delta 3y, and so on. Next we need to calculate the interpolated value, that is the value of y at any value of x. First we need to set xi as the input variable. Enter the value of xi. We can zoom it little bit so that we can have a better view. Now when we'll execute it, the program will ask for the value of xi. We need to calculate the index of the x value just less than xi. So that can be done using p equal to max find t comma 1 less than xi. Now what we are going to get here is, if we use this find t less than xi, it will give a matrix of numbers, and those numbers will denote the index of all the numbers of x less than xi. We are using all the rows and first column. First column of t are the values of x. So out of those values, we'll calculate the index of those numbers or values which are less than xi. Now once we have the index of all the numbers less than xi. Then we need to find the maximum index, the highest index. So that we can do using max. So first we find the index of all the x values less than xi, and then we find the maximum of those indices. So in this way p will have the index of x value just less than xi. This p actually is equivalent to this k in the figure. So first we need to calculate u, which is equal to xi minus xk. And what is xk? It is xp divided by step size h. Then we calculate initial value of yi equals to yp. You can see from the forward difference table, this yp is 0.26 that we have already added. This yp is yk. So we are initially taking the value of yi as yk. Rest of the terms we will add in the loop. Then we define q equal to u. Initial value of u we are assigning to q. Then we'll change q to u into u minus 1. Then we'll change q to u into u minus 1 multiplied by u minus 2, and so on. Next we need to define a for loop j equal to 1 to n minus 1. Then interpolated value yi equal to yi plus the first term is u multiplied by delta y. So q multiplied by difference table matrix, pth row and j plus 2 columns, because initial value of j is 1, so j plus 2 will be 3. So third column, that means delta y. So we are going to add from delta y, then delta 2y in the next loop, then delta 3y in the further next loop, and so on. Now we also need to divide it by factorial j. Q is equal to u first time, then in the second time q equal to q star u minus j. So j here is 1. So in the next loop this u minus j will become u minus 1. And when j is 2, this becomes u minus 2. So effectively we are going to get q as u in the first loop, then u into u minus 1 in the second loop, then u multiplied by u minus 1 multiplied by u minus 2 in the next loop, and so on. After n minus 1 times we'll get the value of yi. This for loop ideally should run from 1 to n minus p, not from 1 to n minus 1. But it will not create any problem. Consider second row of the table. Even if we add delta 6y2 to the final interpolated value, there will be no change in the answer since delta 6y2 is 0. So we can consider all 6 terms delta y2 delta 6y of the particular row irrespective of p or xi. Now we can display it. DISP interpolated value yi is comma yi. Now again execute it. Go to the console window. So we are getting the forward difference table and it is asking enter the value of xi. Enter 16. So the interpolated value of yi is 0.27662697. So we are getting the value of y at x equal to 16. Let's zoom out a little bit. This is the full program. Next we need to do Newton's backward interpolation formula. Let's clear this console. Open another Synods window and Control A, Control C, and let's paste here. We're going to edit this for backward interpolation formula also. Instead of forward, it should be backward. Then x and y we are keeping same. N, H, T will remain as such. Next we need to modify this for loop. Instead of the forward table, now we want the backward difference table. Now the number of rows will be different. So I plus 1 to n. In a backward difference table, the number of rows will change. Number of columns will remain the same. Number of rows for y will be from 1 to n. I starting from 0, so I plus 1 is 1 to n. And suppose we want to calculate nabla y, then first row element will be missing. So for I equal to 1, I plus 1 will be 2. The first element of nabla y will start from second row, not from the first row. And the ending will be same, that is n. Instead of the forward difference table, now we have backward difference table. First check whether we are getting the backward difference table correct or not. Let's put a slash and star. So all these statements will not be executed now. Only statements before this slash star sign will be executed. Only these statements will be executed. So let's run it. We need to first save it. So say interpolation backward, save, go to the console. Now you can see we are getting the backward difference table. Now we can calculate the interpolated value also. Let's delete the star and slash. Xi will remain the same. Now we need to modify this statement. We need to find the index of the elements of first column of t greater than xi. And once we have all those indices, then we need to find the minimum amongst them instead of the maximum. So min will give the minimum. So now p will have the index of x value just above the value of xi. U will remain as such. Initial value of yi will also be same. Q is equals to u will also be the same. In this for loop, we just need to make one change. Instead of u minus j, we need plus j. Because you can see from the figure, now we have to multiply nabla yk by u, nabla 2yk by u into u plus 1 and so on. So we have to put a plus sign here. Here also this for loop ideally should run from 1 to p minus 1, not from 1 to n minus 1. But it will not be a problem as discussed earlier while discussing the forward difference interpolation program. We can consider all 6 terms of the respective row from nabla y to nabla 6y irrespective of p or xi. Rest of the things will remain the same. Let's run it. Go to the console. So we are getting the backward difference table and it is asking enter the value of xi. Say we type 70 because we have to choose a number towards the end. Press enter. So interpolated value is this. Basically we are getting the value of y at x equal to 70. The difference table will look more appropriate if somehow along with x and y we can get x delta y, delta 2y, etc. So go to the program of forward difference interpolation. Here along with x and y we should try to write delta y, delta 2y also. Open Microsoft Word document, go to insert, symbol, select delta, write y, copy this delta y. You can copy this delta symbol from any other suitable software or from internet also. Paste here. Now we can easily write delta 2y, delta 3y like this. Now execute the program. You can see we are getting the forward difference table with proper headings. If you like this video, share it with your friends and colleagues, and don't forget to subscribe our channel if you haven't done it yet.